Let's go back to the beginning.
Snappy dip.
So I started writing this back in August of 2020, right after I got to school, and the beginning of the idea was these classic 80s movies that we all really love, and we just decided that we wanted to do a project in that genre before all of our friends got too old and they couldn't play the age of those characters anymore.
So Cam approached me in February of 2021 with probably the second or third draft of the script, and I reviewed it, I liked it. When we got back from school in the summer of this year, we hit the ground running.
So I was reached out to by Cam in around May. He had a new project that he wanted to talk to me about. He sent me the script, and honestly, after reading like a page and a half, I was sold. And after reading the entire script, I just fell in love with the characters and the whole story, and couldn't have been more excited to do it.
So I initially saw Ethan in another role, but he read the script and he really fought to play Tyler, so I agreed eventually, and he was right.
We began pre-production in May of this year, which included finalizing the script, gathering our crew, and looking into casting the remaining 2 roles.
So one of the things that Cam and I mostly specialized before I left for Europe, I left for about a month right in the middle, which broke up our time. So we had to be diligent, work around the clock right before leaving so that it eased the rest of the process of filming and all of that. We worked with finishing up the script, going through that, shot listing, and just some of the camera work.
Cam Duncan is one of my best friends, and well, he's the director. He knows I used to act growing up or really be interested in that. He asked if I would be the lead female role, so yeah, I said yes, it would be fun.
I kind of just had her in my mind to play that role the entire time, and there was never really a backup.
Casting the role of Brent was not so easy.
So we have a friend who is a signed actor living in LA, acting out there, and he had agreed to play the role of Brent, but 2 weeks before production, he let us know that he couldn't anymore. It wasn't his fault, it wasn't our fault, but we were kind of scrambling there for a few days trying to look elsewhere and find somebody to play this part.
I actually had a friend of mine who's a part of my fraternity who I knew had some history acting. So I hit him up and asked if he'd be interested, and from there it's history.
When we went down to Boulder to meet up with Jeff, we were all under the impression that he was just doing some theater stuff at Boulder, but lo and behold, we found out when we got there that he had actually been working as an actor in Hollywood for the last several years.
I read the script and I saw how organized they were, and I could sort of tell right off the bat that it was going to be a really good project.
So now that we had our cast and crew set, we just had a few more things to button up, such as a schedule, a car, and locations, and then we were ready to go.
So it is day 0 of production. We are finalizing a few things before we start filming tomorrow afternoon. A few location scouts for some of the car scenes, trying to find good places that we can film a couple of drone shots. Just making sure we prepare ourselves for tomorrow so we don't improvise everything and fuck ourselves over. Super excited, really ready to get going.
Looks so bad. Yep.
Ew.
How are we feeling? Close to producky.
Feeling pretty good. Got a few more question marks right before we leave, but for the most part, feeling pretty confident. A little nervous to drive the car, not gonna lie. I really don't want it to just stall out on me in the middle of driving.
We started the day filming a lot of the car scenes using a drone and a second car to film the Mustang with.
Thanks in large part to extensive and thorough preparation during the pre-production phase, we are confident that if any issues arose, they'd likely be out of our control. Problems with using an older model Mustang would certainly fall into that out of our control category, so it was imperative that we knocked out those scenes as early as possible in case the car were, in fact, to break down in any way.
Cam, how are we feeling right now?
Touch bit of a slow start, but you know, that's how it goes. We got some cool shots with the Mustang. It's leaking a bit right now, but we're checking the shots. Should be good to go. It's starting to rain a little bit, but nothing to worry about. Should be good.
How are we feeling right now?
Oh, are you filming?
How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
Hot?
I don't like the rain,
Hot.
but it's less hot.
Oh, I like the rain. It's less hot.
Little hiccup in the road with the car, but considering, like all things considered, we're doing really well. A few more shots to finish out the day here and we'll be good.
Do you like beer?
We got a few shots for our poster at a location on the way home, and we went home, had dinner, and then went to the liquor store parking lot where we would film the final scene of the movie.
Right now we're filming one of the climactic scenes where Tyler's going in to get a bottle, and they don't know if he's gonna come out or not.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird situation where I can't go in and get alcohol, so we're kind of just like walking back and forth into this little box area right now, and there's a whole bunch of people watching. So it's like high stress, awkward situation right now. We're just trying to like get in and out and get these shots as good as possible.
Scene 12, take 6.3.
Action.
Wait, Nelly? What?
Talk to the camera. How are you feeling?
I feel good, fine. I need water. My throat is dry. I've had 18 cough drops today.
Really slow, but these should be somewhat of a fast-paced conversation, right? Almost an argument. But again, that's being pretty nitpicky.
Is that good right here? Right? Sorry, one more. So right here. Up a little? Yes. Alright, so basically in my...
We filmed at the liquor store until about midnight, until it got too windy, and we had all the shots that we needed, so we packed up and went home and tried to get some sleep.
All right, day one is over. How do you think it went, boys?
Long day. I think we got a lot of good stuff. There was a few hiccups, but we overcame all of them. I feel good. I'm tired, but ready to go tomorrow morning.
I'm exhausted and not ready to get up tomorrow morning, but we will be getting up
We will.
tomorrow morning. And what are we going to be doing, Cam?
Filming at Rally 5.
And specifically
moving
mountains. Mountains, baby.
Call us the mountain movers. They don't call us that for nothing. All right, what's up? What are we doing? What time is it?
I don't even fucking know. Jeff, do you know what time it is?
6:57.
It is 6:57. It's way too fucking early. We are filming the diner scene at Rally 5 right now. They were generous enough to loan the place to us in the morning before they open. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. We're all super fucking tired and we're gonna just get going.
Day 2 started on Saturday morning. That was the earliest day that we had. We had to get up pretty early in the morning. Actually, on Saturday, that was the day that we had planned probably before anything, because we knew that was the only morning that we were going to be able to film inside Rally 5.
If the waitress comes, order the triple stack of pancakes for me, please.
I am good.
Scene 9, shot 3, take 2.
Be a shit waiter.
Alright, Brent. Let's see. So you've got the winter hat in August of all times. And also
We spent the majority of that morning, probably 4 hours, filming inside that specific location until we moved on to my house.
After Rally 5, we went back to Zach's house, and we filmed the final montage scene of the movie. We filmed there for a few hours and went home, rested, filmed a quick party scene that night, and then day 2 was over.
boy on the roof for today.
Careful with the cord, Zach.
I need slack.
Yep.
Scene 5, take 2, shot 2, take 1. Yep. Take 2, take 3, take 7.
13, 15.
Action.
See, college could be the best 4 years of my life, so making the most of it is paramount to just about everything. Goal number 1.
Day 3 was going to be by far the most challenging day for me. In particular, we had this one shot, very long take, and it was very, very hard. It took 15 takes, and even after the 15th take, we were like, well, we got part of it here, part of it there. It was just, there's a whole mess of things. First of all, the ISO, getting the lighting, the white balance, all of that was super duper difficult. Alongside just the narrow hallways and the stairway, I mean, that was a nightmare. Alongside Bacon needing to guide me because I'm walking up the stairs backwards. The audio, the chords, everything. It was just it was a mess, but we made it through, and it honestly turned out incredibly.
You could turn it, but we could do this.
After we finished the long takes, it was time for me to make my cameo.
Yo, Slick Rick, get in here, dog. Dude, would it be?
Scene 6, take 2, shot 2.
And that put a lot more stress on Sebi and Zach behind the camera because I was in front of the camera not able to help them. Sebi was pulling double duty on both cameras, but we got everything that we needed and we were wrapped.
Are you recording?
Yeah, bro.
I have an announcement to make. We are done filming. That is a wrap on the movie that we don't know the name of yet, but we are wrapped.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, ooh. Oh, fuck yeah.
We got to work editing and we had a rough cut done by that Wednesday.
June 14th, 9:09 p.m. We just finished the rough cut. First time seeing it all together. There's some really good parts in it and a lot of parts that need a lot of work.
So editing was pretty spread out over the next month, and Zach and I finished the final cut at 5 a.m. one morning.
2:38 a.m. Sunday, August 8th, and we're trying to finish up some edits because we need to submit it tomorrow. Thoughts?
We found out like 2.5, 3 hours ago that it needed to be done, finalized, and sent to the people that we're going to be premiering it with in the morning. We found that out tonight. We have about, 10 hours of stuff that we might need to do, and we're trying to crank it out all in one night before. So.
Alright, movie has been completed. We're hitting upload file, choosing a John Hughes Jawn final.mov, and uploading it. Now we wait 23 minutes. Thoughts on the editing process in the final cut? I'll start with Zach.
It's been an absolute bitch. But we move mountains over here at the SGP HQ.
It's officially premiere night, which means it's about time to see about a year's worth of hard work come to fruition. Nelly, how do you feel?
Nervous, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous.
I'm feeling nervous, but I'm excited too.
What are you going to take away with you and remember the most from this experience?
That's a tough one. Not the accomplishment of something big that we finished, but I think just like knowing that I was able to do this with the people that I like the most, that I appreciate the most, and being able to also just show it off to my friends and family.
Yeah, I think just the fact that we were able to not just talk about doing it, but actually set our efforts to it and actually do it, that's not something that a lot of people can look back on their lives and say, like, look at that and say, I did that, It's something to really be proud of.
I think looking back, the one thing that's really going to stick out is how proud I am of everything that we accomplished on this. I mean, there was nothing a year ago, and we wrote the script, we scheduled everything. We got everybody together, all the props that we needed, and we were so organized. And I think that reflects a lot of growth from us, and I think that looking back, I'll be the most proud of that.
I'm just proud to be part of a good project, honestly. It just feels good to work with really cool people and be in an organized set, have a good script, and sometimes the filming process can be a little rough and weird, but at the end of the day, when you see a really good project that you make on the screen, it makes everything worth it.
Yeah, I'm proud of Cam and Zach, both of them. I'm proud of everyone.
Man, what I'm gonna take with me is just the fact that this has been a dream of mine and Cam's for a very long time now, to make something, to create something, to entertain people, and to put it, premiere it on the big screen in front of family and friends, and we get to live out that dream tonight.
All right, and then last question. Scale of 1 to 10, how good of a kisser was Ethan?